The addictive nature of roguelikes is a testament to the genre's popularity. However, not every entry in the genre gets it right. Given the abundance of the titles available, it's become easier to notice which of them don't quite do it justice. However, if you're a fan of the genre and you aren't playing developer Southpaw's Skul the Hero Slayer, then we gotta change that fast. Skul the Hero Slayer begins with the demon world on the brink of destruction. The Demon King's palace has been overrun and it's up to a lone skeleton soldier to save the kingdom. Interestingly, the more you progress through the story, the more the narrative is pieced together. You understand the truth behind the invasion and more about the mysterious hero who pops up from time to time. These story scenes are told through a narrative akin to a storybook, which is unlocked after stages. However, getting to these moments will take some skill as challenging foes stand in your way. During the game, the skeleton warrior can switch heads to gain the powers of others. However, he saves a host of characters willing to share their powers across runs. It's not expected that you win your first time playing though. In typical roguelike fashion, you can expect to play for a few hours before making any meaningful progress. When beginning in a room, you'll start in the castle and make your way to 2 entry points. Sometimes even 1. These are colored doors represented by a reward that you can acquire from clearing the room. Rewards are items, new heads, or money. Each room ranges in difficulty, but they have their fair share of challenge and gimmicks. Maneuvering levels can be done quickly by double jumping and dashing. Still, even with these mechanics and normal attacks, it may not be enough to survive. This is where skills and magic come into play. Different heads offer access to new skills. These typically come with a cooldown and cause serious damage or raise stats for a brief period. Some abilities can be found which can cause elemental damage or various effect damage. You can only hold 2 heads at once, which can be swapped along with a few items. There are a handful of different heads to equip. There are even legendary ones that are way overpowered. This highlights a small issue where there are some heads that you just probably will never pick up, if only because they're too weak. It comes down to how you want to play, but some heads are just so basic that I wish they had a super strong passive that made it a harder choice not to pick them. It's possible to have a range of familiars following you or even large demons who are summoned to take down enemies during a run. Stages can get pretty chaotic at times as body parts and environments fly everywhere. Sometimes it's difficult to really see what's going on during these moments, making it tough to watch out for enemy attacks or tell the dead pile of soldiers apart from an enemy. Level design is procedurally generated, but you'll run into some similar designs from time to time. This was never really a problem for me because I enjoyed how the level themes are connected, as if I truly progressed from the forest to the castle and beyond. The level gimmicks can also be used against enemies, which I like to take advantage of. Each level is capped off with a boss battle that really tests your abilities and even have multiple stages as you piss them off more. Each boss was unique and threatening, and I died promptly my first time against all of them, which meant that I returned with an added desire for revenge. Skul the Hero Slayer is a very challenging game, and some runs ended much quicker than others. However, there's a fair share amount of ways to prepare for fights ahead. If you die, you'll lose everything save for these orbs gained by downed enemies. These can be used to upgrade your character permanently. You can also get coins used to purchase items and health at a mid-stage resting area, but all money disappears after death, along with all your equipment. There's a lot of ways to enjoy the experience overall, and I found it tough to stop playing even after dying after a good run. There's a nice game loop of rewards for the players to get back out there and try again, but that also rests on the RNG of the skulls acquired early on. The more time you spend with the skull, the better you become with them, but some balance could have been addressed to add better passives to the more basic skulls. Skul the Hero Slayer is a great roguelike adventure that ties action with a charming narrative. The game understands what makes the genre addicting, but doesn't rely too heavily on influences, which allows it to stand out prominently. If you are hungry for a roguelike, this is a great way to satisfy your cravings. Noisy Pixels giving Skul the Hero Slayer an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixels is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.